The day has finally come. I think today I'm going to do something that I've done before. Remember when I made that Moonhawk thick? Oh yeah, this thing was a complete beast, and also, gonna be honest, a little bit of a failure. Shudders and shakes too much, but you know what? I have come a long way. Oh god, in modding, oh this is hard, and I'd forgotten that the door pops open. I should probably actually redo this mod at some point. Who knows, maybe I'll go do it over on my Twitch channel. But I am going to attempt something like this again, and you may know what we're talking about, and especially if you've seen the thumbnail already. I think it's time to make this into the Super Silhouette. And yes, I know, I saw all of the comments. I don't care if somebody else has already made a two-door Pessima. I don't care if theirs is better than mine. I just want to make things. And today, this is why I made this. So then I can modify it and then not have the original content creator of the mod go, oh, you've copied my thing, or have to go through the rigmarole of trying to get their approval. So let's get to work. First thing we're going to do is find our reference images, and I think there is a few different versions, but this is the one we're going to go with. There was one with like a really slanted nose, and now that I'm looking for it, obviously I can't find it. So, open a new Blender, find the Pessima, bring out the Pessima DAE, and here we go. So we're not going to work with a normal wide fender that's already in the game, because one of the things about Group 5 is the fact that the fenders are meant to be exactly the same. They can just be widened out. Though it is a little bit hard to see here in this particular one, because this is the same sort of fender shape, it's just angled out a little bit. But if we have a look at other ones, you can see that they do follow the same sort of flared out fenders and then flared out bodywork that maintains the same sort of shape. That was generally the rule of Group 5. That one actually is different. So the things we're going to need are the front bar fenders, the hood is going to need to be modified, the trunk can stay default, but we will be putting things on said trunk. So, we're gonna delete everything we don't want. We could go with the default racing hood, so I think we'll keep that. So, copy this, go back here, and paste her in. Okay, we're gonna need to create new versions of this as well. We don't need the doors, so we're gonna say goodbye to them. We also don't need the glass, so we're gonna say goodbye to that too. Is that everything? I think that's everything. This all now goes from being coupe to, we're just gonna put 5 in there because it's close to Group 5 more than anything else really that I know. Now, I wonder how lucky we're going to be. Can I select both of these, then go to the mirror modifier, and then grab one of these nodes and move it around? Nah, okay. We are out of luck. Okay, let's join these together. Now let's see if selecting this and move, okay, well apparently they're not mirrored. That's annoying. Fine, okay. This is gonna make it annoying for me, but for now we're gonna delete half the car, and then we're gonna go in and make you also mirrored. Yay! I should also grab everything directly on the x-axis. Look at that. Even the stuff in the middle is not exactly in the middle. Like, what the hell? There is only things in the middle here. S, X, 0. Then put you into the 0. There we go, perfect. Okay, what an annoyance. But how do I make this flare out? If I just grab, say, along here, then rotate here and make this swing out wider, won't it cover like most of the back of the wheel, but like expose the front of the wheel? How'd they do that? It could actually just be that it over covers the rear of the wheel, but under covers the front of the wheel. That would be a weird way of doing it, but looking closely, I think that's just what it does. This does have a bit of a flare when it comes to the wheel, which is very normal for cars, but I've noted here that that does not exist. If we have a look at the base car that it's from, we can see that it has those, so I should really mitigate this flare before we start bringing this out. On the inside, it's not flared, just the outside. Okay, so let's grab here, then use Control click to go around, and oh, this is in the way. Hopefully, this will all be easy just to not quite. As you can see down here, it's being a little bit of a poopy bumhole. So we're gonna go like this. Then I think from active element, we'll rotate a little bit. And that might be smooth enough. We're gonna want to grab as much as we can. So we're gonna grab the insides as well now. Frick, how do I do this? I think we go from the top, select maybe this one, active element again. Oops, then now rotate outwards. We're going to kind of want to go that far, set it back to be in line again, deselect you, maybe select you, then rotate back inwards again. Does that look right? It's not come out exactly the way I wanted it to, so let's GX you, and you'll sit at about, it's about 10 mil wider. Is that wide enough? I suppose I could just smooth things out a bit, so let's move you inwards a bit. Nope, okay, hold on, no. Selected some in, okay, now move you in. We had some inside faces selected. How's that look? Close. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. My God. How does this fit up now with the front bumper? We bring you out. Yeah, that doesn't line up now. So that's also now gonna have to be modified. And also in a weird way. As you can see here, this is where the bumper normally, wait, hold on. You have the big version. You can see that the bumper follows around like normal, then flares out, but then the bumper here comes out. That's complicated. I don't want to deal with that. But I suppose I have to. So let's go in, select all of you, then looking from underneath, fully rotate outwards, and scale on the y-axis to bring it in a little bit. How's that look? I don't know. I think it'll be made to look a little bit better once we do the front lip stuff. As you can see here, this lip really is a big defining feature. Let's grab you and start dragging you out. I think it's gotten pretty close, except for some reason, this is like really bad topology right here, and I don't know what, I'm not an expert at modeling. Never ask me for modeling help. Let's just move on. Instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on the rear of the oh my God, now I have to do this stuff again? Come on. Now we widen it out, and this is gonna be really troublesome because this has like a weird cutout sort of thing that I don't understand. Then there's also a vent inside of here, but we can deal with that later. How do I do the side thingo? Do I do the side thingo or do I just give up? I mean, it is a very unique characteristic that you very easily spot, but I don't think we need it. We're not actually creating the R31 Silhouette, we're just creating something like the R31 Silhouette. Let's move the body now into alignment. Oh God, do I go the bottom or the... I think there. Now, how do we like the look of this? Or kinda honestly don't. You know, it's actually not too bad. Little bit of tasty nuggety look there. After creating that little bit of a fin here on the front, let's have a look at the blown up image. It isn't all the way down and doesn't go all the way up. Then there's some sort of masking tape. Weird. Maybe there's a seal issue. It's just a weird shape. Now if we bring the body out, we shouldn't have too much of a hassle doing this, I think. Let's extrude, nope, there we go. Kinda that way.
12 seconds later.
Now, what are the chances this is gonna work first time around? Group 5 unibody. Wait, hold on. I didn't change the flex body of this to be a 5 yet. Now with a quick little refresh, we should get the widened fenders on the back. Good. Okay, we haven't actually made it physically wider, just visibly wider. Then these lovely front fenders. We got a front left fender and a front right fender. Okay, show me what you've got. That looks wrong. Wait, what? What about this side? Well, this side is correct. This side didn't export. Then a quick little refresh and we have what we need. Perfect. All right, I may have been bluffing when I said we have what we need, but look at that, it worked. Fantastic. It's starting to come together now, just gotta do it for everything else. But hey, look at that. Everything is all on here and working properly. I mean, sure, okay, I gotta do something about the exhaust, and this fuel tank def needs to be changed out for something a little bit more race appropriate. The final thing left to do, I mean, apart from the interior, you know, just ignore that as well. The one of the final things left to do is to change the suspension. It needs to squidge out a little bit. I have a bit of a cheat. It's my good old friend, known offset. All right, I don't actually know whether this is going to work properly, but we'll give it a try. I'm gonna be honest, there's only a slight chance this is going to work the way I want to. Oh, wait, no, the wheel also has to move, doesn't it? And that also happens. Damn it, okay, well, yep, this hasn't gone to plan. So, suspension is going to be a special 5 set. We're gonna add to the offset 10 centimeters, then do a quick little refresh and everything. Front suspension, front wheel, there we go. Okay, and perfect. It's exactly what we wanted for Christmas. Why did you break? Okay, well, that was the wrong button to press. I kind of gave up. I went back to default suspension, then I just gave the wheel offset on its own without editing the original suspension, and for some reason it just went, yep, that works. Why? Whatever. Also, this headlight kind of poking out a little bit, you know, I think that looks okay. I give up. Let's now, though, put on some better tires on this thing. So I'm thinking I haven't made this body quite wide enough, and I am well within making the suspension just work by default. Okay, is that not wide enough? Have a look here, like, how much wider is that? I feel that that's really wide.
Many unbearable hours later.
Finally, what about a rear wing? I'm guessing it's gonna go on the trunk. What do we got? Spoiler. But then we have Nomi GT-RX wing. Which one is going to be the closest? Okay, well, it's a big wing, but I don't feel that it's quite right. This one has a very dated sort of wing. I could just do what I did with the Moonhawk and rip this rear spoiler. I don't think I'm going to, though. I think I have a better idea. We will, however, start with that wing at least. What else we got in here? We got, a delta wing, a drift wing, a big ass spoiler. That's it. Okay, well, let's unhide that wing, copy it, put it into here, and let's get to work. This time it's going to work. Okay, yep, perfect. That took a lot more effort than what I was expecting to do. But now we have something that is akin to the thing that we wanted. Now we have a lot of rear downforce, a lot of rear traction. Look at that understeer that we're getting. That is excessively understeering. I wonder what would happen. Woo, yeah! Wait, what the hell is that? Oh, I remember there being a glass issue. I suppose I'll fix that at some point. I think it's time to drop this thing on its butt. That is very high. Tuning, suspension height. Where would height be? Spring height 7. That's 7 centimeters. Wow. Front doesn't need to be quite as low as the rear because the rear is really pitched up. And then, it's getting there. Just wish it could be lower. Then, how does it drive now? Oh, okay. Rear suspension is very bouncy. That's not great. Suppose I could turn up the dampening. What is it turning like at high speed? Lots of understeer. Bugger. I suppose we could try fiddling with tire pressures. Let's drop the front tire pressure a fair amount, then toe in angle. We want some toe out to help us turn. Then the rear will have a little bit of toe in, but I feel that this thing is like gripping enough on the rear as is. The thing barely does anything wrong. And a little bit of camber. Do we want... Let's go big. 24%? Now... let's see how this thing handles. Oh, it's very bouncy on the rear end. But you know what? Pretty grippy. I think that whole thing... is this race rear differential that I put in not strong enough? It wants to really turn hard, doesn't it? That's cool. And it's a drifty boy. Oh, I feel that this thing doesn't have enough power. Yeah, what the hell has only got a piddly amount of power? I mean, the torque's okay. Do I? Oh, I have to turn the pressure up. 12 psi. Let's maximum. I'm expecting 600-ish horsepower probably, so 400 kilowatts is pretty darn close. What about our RPM? Can we go like much higher than that? It's not going to blow the top off the engine, is it? No, but it doesn't look like we actually want that much. Rev limit cut time is all fine. All right, and this time we have a lot more power. We need to make the rear less bumpy because at the moment it really loves to bounce quite a lot. And then... okay, glass broke. We'll have to fix that at some point. And... perfect. Right, I suppose the only thing to do is to race this against the Group 5, oh, I've already forgotten what it's called, the Moonhawk. How do I bring into race against that? This is Jordan, or Juicy Spices, or Juicy Gears, or Gam-Driven Gears, or something about a pencil, and I've got them in the Moonhawk. Now, you may be wondering why I've got my editor in here and why I've got him in the Moonhawk. Well, there's two very good reasons for that. One, I need somebody to compare this to the old version of the vehicle, and he's actually on par kind of with me with driving, just maybe a smidgen a little bit better. But two, because he's better than me, I'm going to punish him because I know he loves the Super Silhouette, and I'm going to drive it and he doesn't get to.
I hate you. It looks completely normal to me. It looks bone stock 4 doors.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, do you see a bollard?
Queuing event. Yes, I do. Yellow bolide stock.
Okay, let me now try something souped up. All right, do you see this car in drag configuration?
I do.
Now, how about the car?
It is still a stock 4-door Pessima.
Fuck me. What the hell? Well, he's seeing the car, but he can't see it when I have the car. But when he has the car, I can see him have the car. And this is part of the reason why I think that multiplayer should be a first-party thing and not have to be shoveled onto some modders to do. Oh, it's so frustrating. But I still can drive at my speed, and he'll see me driving at my speed, and I can see him driving his car at his speed. So now all we have to do is see which car is better. I think I might be generating a little bit more downforce, but he also has about like over twice the power I have. So 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. And I've brought us here to East Coast. I also do have the bouncy, bobbly sort of problem. Oh, nope. Okay, my brake bias is too far to the rear. And I can barely hear the game. Where are you? Oh, you're also struggling back there?
Yep. This thing just wants to shred the tires every turn.
Oh, yes. Yes, it very much does. The power there is not meant for low speeds. The power is only meant for high speeds. Oh my god, I've gone around. Whoa! So, yeah, tire shredding fight on that one. This one's a little bit lighter.
Good bit of wheel hop, too.
Oh yeah, this one still has axle hop. It's a problem which I've not been able to solve. Okay, I see how it is. I think I need to move the brake bias a little bit forwards because this thing goes sideways every single time I go into a corner.
Mine does it on the throttle. And on the wall.
Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna, we'll restart. I'm gonna change my bias to the rear. You could do some of your own fiddling.
I try and fix the fact that my throttle is like intermittent for some reason.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Much better takeoff this time. And oh my god, that thing is so fast. You are wibbly wobbling all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I almost hit you then.
I also underbraked, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. So I just have to be, what's it? Yes, that's right. Better at racing.
I have to be so careful not to spin this thing out of a corner.
It is quite the tricky car to handle. This is actually a lot easier to control since I'm not going into a corner sideways.
True.
That was my big thing, is I couldn't do the middle corner or the exit of the corner because I was already going sideways before I even got to it. And yeah, you are now much further behind, but we're coming up to a straight now, and you're probably gonna trounce the straight and... Nope. Nope, you're way back there.
My throttle's being intermittent, no.
Really? You should get the E-Swap Thrustmaster controller with the wheel.
The wheel, was it the stick drifted like 3 days in?
One of the sticks did, yes. That was actually really BS. But I will say, the wheel is a game changer on this controller. It makes traditional race cars actually drivable.
I'm usually just on my wheel. Oh, kindness, I don't care.
I reckon if you were on your wheel, you would probably do a lot better than me, because I'm using a controller and I can't be bothered bringing out my sim rig. No! Yeah. Sideways! Big moment there. And then this thing just doesn't like to straighten up. How about this time you take this car and I take the Moonhawk and try to remember what that vehicle is like to drive? You ready to give this a try? I'm noticing how jank this vehicle is and I need to probably revisit this at some point. But are you ready to go?
Probably.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh boy, this thing jiggles a lot. The amount of power is phenomenal.
Power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Oh.
Ooh, okay, big drift moment there. Oh, this is, I've forgotten how much power I gave this thing just to be like completely ridiculous. And I love it.
I no longer have a rear left quarter panel.
Don't worry, it's not adding any downforce. I think I need to do a stream on Twitch or something where I go over and just like fix this thing. Cause oh my god, it's so hard to, like, it's worse to drive than what I thought. Well, you punctured a tire, so I'm gonna have to give myself a reset.
Well, that's your fault.
Did you puncture a radiator?
On my end, no.
You are smoking up a storm.
Oh yeah, that'll be BeamNG consistency for you.
BeamNP consistency.
Yes.
God, this thing is fast. Holy cow, that thing struggles to get to 300 kilometers an hour, and I'm basically there. Yep, over 300. Don't think I'm going to be able to brake
the brakes
very well.
are not great. Yeah, these brakes aren't great, you're right.
But yeah, I trounced you again. I think that goes to prove that I am the better racer.
Absolutely. Definitely,
Well,
you know, not backed up by anything.
Not by results or anything in any of our races, normally.
Nope.
So, what do you think of the car? Do you like it? Does it make you happy in the tickly bits?
Once I fix the brakes, yes, it does.
Great. Well, I think it's time for me to go wrap up this video. That has been the Pessima Nissan Skyline GTR Silhouette thingo. This was only ever two-wheel drive, so if you're wondering, but GTRs are all-wheel drive. No, actually, the 32 was the first all-wheel drive version, at least as far as I'm aware. So, I hope you've liked it, and specifically I hope who's liked it is my channel members, and that includes specifically the Rogue Tick, the Crown Priest, and Gav the Stig. For everyone else though, I'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.